Hey everybody, it's your DM here, Elliot. Did you know that we had a Facebook group? I forgot about it, which doesn't sound great. I'm not proud of that fact, but we do have it, and we would actually like to get some more people on it because, I don't know, we just want to interact with you guys. Our good friend Jason Williams reminded me that we have a discussion page. Let's get some people on that. And what are we going to do to make it worth your while? Actually, the gnome that is in this arc is a listener-submitted player character, or NPC. So every once in a while, I will solicit for NPCs that will be from you guys. If you go to the discussion page, facebook.com/WYDcast. Anyway, enjoy the show.
Last time on What's Your Damage?
Oh god, the orphans.
And that's exactly what Castile says.
Okay, Jorix, I think you and I should go down to the orphanage and try and keep the orphans inside of it so they are not a part of whatever the fuck this is.
You can see down the alleyway and you can actually get a good view of the Orthodoxy himself. And he seems larger than the last time you saw him. And it seems like underneath his metal armor, like a bunch of different things are moving underneath it. You open the windows and you hit someone in the back of the head. And as you do, they look at you for a moment, and then you hear
Yeah, we should go.
You guys hear as it seems like they are aware of where you are. And when you look out, you see one face and the eyes are blood red, and like it seems like there's something swimming underneath their irises. And you see a gaggle of townsfolk behind them.
Yeah, no, let's get out.
Okay.
And we get to the roof.
You can see the Orthodoxy, and it looks like he is turning, looking directly at you.
If we can lead them away from Castile, we can buy him enough time to do whatever big magic he's gonna do.
Oh, you guys looking for a moon cleric?
Justice, I think it's looking at me.
Kill it.
I can't, it's not my turn.
I take that duty with honor. God damn it. Well, the ground needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20! You guys fucking hurts! The ground dodges! The ground fucking dodges!
Okay, so you guys go out the window, and there are there are the two fairy dragons, and you see Queso Crow a little bit further away. Just like he's back on top of the mayor's what do you call it? Mayor's office.
Oh, I still want Queso to be my best friend.
Hey, Queso, do you have a best friend? Speak with the animals at last 10 minutes.
That's what he is humming about, I'm sure.
Does he? Does Queso have a best friend? He once did.
Well, Okot here wants to be your best friend. Do you accept?
Get me more bread? Yes.
Okot, get Queso more bread and he'll be your best friend.
I immediately start digging in my pockets, my bags, wherever. Do I have any? Can I roll for cheesy bread?
Roll for cheesy bread.
Rolling for cheesy bread. That is a natural 20!
You got a whole piece!
Yeah.
It was meant to be!
Yes. You... Like, it's almost like the cheesy bread is bigger than your pocket. I don't even know how it fit in there, but it did. And now you...
I have a
Yeah,
pocket of
we all
holding.
have. You all have cheesy
But just
bread.
for cheesy bread.
I mean, for 2 gold, that's got to be a lot of cheesy bread.
Yeah, you're full to burst with cheesy bread. So you pull it out, and you have a best friend.
Yes!
Okay, the fairy dragons are there. What would you guys like to do?
Go now.
Do you want to try to lead them away from the town, or do you want to try to go back to Castile?
I want to go back to Castile.
I want to lead them away.
Gus, I think
Can
we
we
should set
pick
a
up
diversion.
Castile? Can we get another person on one of these dragons?
I don't think Castile's going to leave his town to burn.
No.
It's my town, too.
Yeah,
It's
which
a
is why we are
tactical
distracting
retreat.
the zombie
It's
horde
not
while
a-
Castile takes care of the...
Okay, I have an idea. I think Gus and Burke.
Well, we
you
don't
guys...
even know how many people are after him, like right now, or what his situation is.
Yeah,
Like, we don't know
exactly.
if we're leading
Are we up
people
in the
away,
area?
or if there's a equal amount of people after both of us.
If we're in the air, we can see.
It's true.
Zoom.
So
And what
Well-
awaits us, Elliot?
Oh, what were you saying? What were you going to say?
I was going to say that Gus and Burke should hop on one and go head towards Castile to see if he needs help. And Jorix and I will hop on the other, if that's all right with you guys, and try and rabble rouse and lead, at least try and distract the slavering hordes.
I love it.
Well, that's a great word.
Thank you.
Well, I guess the real question is, do you want to ride Threy or Steve?
I'm happy with either one, whichever you guys are comfortable with.
Oh,
your
just pick
fairy
one.
flies. Okay, Steve.
All right,
Yeah.
Steve, these two are gonna ride you. Okay.
He's
Yep,
fine. Just
I am
let it go.
okay. I'll take them. They're, yeah. I wonder like what the weight difference between the two dwarves versus the tiefling and the human are.
They're probably lighter because
Yeah.
me and Berg both are in like heavy armor.
Yeah,
We
and,
have
like,
Yeah, we're
absolutely
stab
for
boys.
sure discussed this before.
And, like, you can-
Definitely
Yeah.
before.
yeah, and you can like see that Steve is just like kind of like as those two get on her back
Yeah.
and
I'm short, but I'm also
muscular.
ripped and also girthy. I'm fat and strong at the same time. I weigh a ton.
So you two get on.
Plus, I got all these pots and pans on me and a shield.
So you two are on Threy. You two are on Steve, and you both go separate directions. One towards the Temple of the Risen Sun. One very far away from the Temple of the Risen Sun.
Hi ho, Steve! Away!
Okay, as you guys are flying, we'll go first to Gus and Burke. Okay, where are you trying to land?
Threy, let's barrel through Castiel's window.
Sweet, Threy says.
Barrel through
And
my
I want to throw my
window.
hammer ahead of him to break it.
Okay, all right,
Oh,
good.
nice.
Yes, let's do that. That's
Yeah,
such a
because it was not.
cool name.
Threy was not looking forward to using its head as a battering ram. Okay, so you guys are coming in fast.
Going in hot.
Yeah.
Coming in hot. You guys are coming in hot.
Like an action movie.
You guys are coming in hot on Castile's window, or his area, which is a window, I guess. And their shutters are closed, and Gus, you just throw it through.
Yeah. Barrel roll to give me some momentums.
All right, hold on to your butts. And Threy barrel rolls to give you
Hold on to your blue jeans, boys.
to give you moment. And you have momentums. And you throw it through and crash, bang. The hammer goes past Castile's head as he just like kind of like looks at it and he sees you and he's like, you can see him like kind of like, he gives you the rule of cool on this one. He's like, nice. He's like, nice.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that classic dwarf move.
Yeah, I knew the aviator that started it. Hi, boys. Is everything okay with Jorix and Okot?
Yeah, they're distracting
No!
well, sort of. They're
And everyone's attacking us.
Yeah, you hear the screeching, huh?
yeah, it's
No shit, we hear
horrifying.
the screeching.
Okay, well, I'm glad to have you here. I have a plan. We cut to Jorix and Okot. You guys are flying away. Are you trying to like make any noise to like?
Hey, Okat,
Yeah.
do you think you can really piss him off?
Yes.
I'm pretty good at that.
I lay a hand on your shoulder, and I assume that Jorix is riding bitch. Put a hand on Okat's shoulder and cast thaumaturgy to make her voice real loud.
Okay. What does Okot say?
Hey, bitches! I mean, fucking, come on. That should do it.
That part's also very loud. That should do it. You see that they follow you for about 15 paces, but when you get too far away, they stop and start to all head back towards Castile.
What if we just kind of like cyclone around them and try and herd them all into like the middle of town or something?
Excellent idea.
Nice. So
you're going to try to herd them into like the area that they're already kind of at?
Yeah, just kind of like...
Taking them around in circles. Make them do laps.
Bingo.
Okay.
Bingo banjo.
As you guys start to do this, like a couple of the edges like start to follow you, and then you can see that the Orthodoxy is just watching you. And
they're hearing like...
You motherfuckers!
And you can see him shudder, and then they just stop paying attention to you.
We're going to have to dive bomb that motherfucker. I pull out the bee pipe.
Okay.
And I blow one at the Orthodoxy.
Okay, and you're trying to distract him.
Yes, and also annoy him.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, so you...
Oh, I have to roll to hit, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another natural 20.
What?
Okay.
I bee pipe him so hard, though, is the thing, though.
You critically bee pipe him.
Well, both his eyes are stung shut. That sucks, Elliot.
Yeah, oh, what a bummer.
What are you as a DM going to do about it?
He's literally got a bee in his bonnet. What does critical bee look like?
I mean, I guess he would be distracted. So, yeah, there's a bee. Okay, here's what I'll say. Here's what happens.
Super annoying, though.
Yeah, here's what I'll say. As the bee starts to like buzz around his face, and he is trying to not pay attention to it, and he tries to swipe it with his hand, it's avoiding his grasp.
Nice.
However, you see all of a sudden from underneath his cowl, about 5 separate tentacles reach out and grab the bee.
Oh.
And you can tell that he did not want to have to demonstrate that.
Aha.
And
now we know his secrets.
And he returns it back to his cowl. So he was very annoyed. Yeah. He did not want to reveal that.
Huh. So now as we're flying around, I'm like, hey, what's up, Cthulhu?
And
that's all I got.
Okay.
I'm not good at insults.
And as you do that, you see him, he's like watching you again. And he goes to his back.
Middle fingers to the Lord.
He goes to his back and he undoes the back part of his armor.
Oh shit.
And then all of a sudden 2 great wings pop out.
Oh shit.
And
Steve, it's time to go.
And he
Mission accomplished, OCAT. We got his attention.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
And he takes off immediately following you.
Animal handling? I
Where?
don't know. Away. As far away as possible.
Mission is accomplished right now. We have the bad guy. He is chasing us. We just have to get away.
Okay.
Believe it or not, this was the plan.
Okay, where are you trying to go?
The opposite direction of him.
Yeah, as far away from Castile as I can get him.
Yeah.
Should I roll an animal handling for that?
Sure.
7.
Steve's kind of freaked out by this.
Yeah.
Because as the Orthodoxy is tearing into the sky, and Burke and Gus, you see Castile is watching this. He's like, "Ah, shit." Oh, crow, he says.
Can you cast Calm Emotions on
Hey,
Steve?
Castile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a reason I'm saying this, but you see the Burke's drawing on the sheriff building of the sword with lightning going into it and coming out of it?
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, I've talked about it a lot.
What did you say that was, Burke?
Huh? It's our... What?
Like when lightning goes into and out of something, what is that called?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Connecticut or whatever.
It's a... What is... Wait. What did I say it was?
Some long word.
Kinetic?
Connecticut.
Conduit.
Okay.
Oh, contiguous. Yeah, contiguous energy. When one thing connects to the other. Contiguous.
Yeah, so Castile, Thor owes me a favor. If I got him to strike you with lightning, could you use that lightning like a contiguous?
Like, could I wield the lightning?
Or does it use it to power a spell of your own?
I probably could, yeah.
I'm calling in that favor from Thor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you call it in?
It's like a chain. If the links touch, then the chains is contiguous.
I say, dear Thor, please strike Castile with a mighty bolt of lightning that he may use as a contiguous source of power.
Okay, as you say this, despite the fact that it is the darkest of nights,
and then I say, "'Cause you owe me one."
Despite the fact that it is the darkest of nights and that it's so dark right now that you can't even see the sky. That's the fudged up thing with these guys.
Why do we suddenly care about swears?
I don't know.
I think it's because Ryan. About swears.
I think it's because Ryan got on it real quick, and I was like, well, I guess he's the man with the plan.
You live in the world that you build.
Despite the fact that it is pitch black, you see, I guess, Okot and Jorix, all of a sudden you see an electric blue cloud appear out of nowhere. And it is right by Castile's window.
I hope that's help.
Is it okay? I don't want to have to clear this up, but is it blue and then full of lightning, or is it electric blue colored? Like a vibrant blue.
It is like a vibrant
like
blue.
a zazzy Crayola electric blue.
Yeah, it looks like it belongs in a Crayola pack, a 64 pack. And all of a sudden this appears, and then you hear a rumbling from the heavens itself as yellow electricity goes around this electric blue cloud. And
that makes it good. That's a good album cover right there.
And Gus, only in your head, nobody else hears this. You hear a anything for you, darling. And
is that Thor?
Oh yes. Weirdly, the lightning looks exactly like how Burke drew it. Just like that. Doesn't look like lightning. It looks like someone's drawing of lightning.
Looks like lightning rendered in crayon.
Yeah. And
that has to be good lightning.
Yeah.
Evil lightning does not look like that.
No, that's true. That's a good point.
And it strikes Castile, and I'm going to guess that the reason that you were doing this is you're trying to suffuse him with magical energy so he doesn't have to draw from himself.
Yeah.
Noise.
And you see Castile close his eyes as he gets hit with this electricity. He's like, weirdly, this doesn't hurt as much as I thought it would. And when he opens his eyes, you see his eyes are pure blue. And we'll stop with these two with the Orthodoxy in hot pursuit. It reaches out its hand, and as it does, you see...
I'm slapping it away. Get off!
You see about 7 tentacles growing and lengthening and coming towards you, and you can see that it is wrapping around the tail, or trying to wrap around the tail of Steve.
Is this a magic spell?
No.
Damn it. Magic attack?
No, it's just part of him.
I don't like it.
You have Steve. You guys can't speak to Steve. The only person that can speak to Steve is talking to God right now.
But I am patting her and trying to calm her down.
Yeah, because
I'm just like, come on, baby, you can do this, and I believe in you.
Because she's fast, but she's also carrying two. She's also carrying 2 people, and he's just carrying himself.
Yeah,
and he's fucking fast. All right, so as you guys are flying through the air,
maybe I should just kick Jorix off.
Whoa! Whoa! Am I dead weight now? What the hell?
No kicking anyone off.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
That's the first rule of Dragonflight.
If you guys want to continue this, we are going to engage in battle. So we'll need you guys to roll.
But we're in flight.
7.
16.
Okay, he goes first. So him first.
Does Steve get initiative?
Steve is just gonna try to fly well.
Steve's gonna Steve.
And I am going to, if the Orthodoxy attacks Steve, that may affect your ride.
Awesome.
And that's 17 for Jorix.
Yes.
And then it's what was it, 5?
7.
7. Oh, nice. Okay. With his first move, the Orthodoxy reaches out his hand, his arm, which has 7 tentacles, and they begin to wrap around Steve. And they start at the tail of Steve, but you can see them, even though he's like maintaining his same distance away, which is about 7 feet away. The tentacles themselves are wrapping around Steve, and it looks like they are going to try to boa constrict Steve.
No.
And so for this first one, he's going to attack Steve. He's totally going to hit Steve on this. And he is going to... All right. Steve takes 20 Steve damage. As Steve does, you can feel Steve's breathing kind of constrict. It is having a hard time breathing, especially because you were flying. The air is thinner up here. That's his first attack is Steve. His second attack is is anybody looking at him?
I mean, not at his face, because that's bad. You can't look at his mask. But looking in his direction, yeah. I mean,
yeah. Given what I just said, I'm probably trying to focus on calming Steve.
Okay. Actually,
I don't like that smile. I don't like that smile at all.
He is going to attempt to cast fear on Steve.
Good, it'll make her go faster.
She does not save her wisdom save, and she begins to fly faster even though she's taken damage, and he relinquishes his grasp on her and starts to fly back.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
And she is just zoom! And he is disengaged from you, and he is going straight back to Castile. And Steve wants nothing to do with this guy. Okay, that is Jorix next.
I'm going to hold person him, or try to.
Oh, nice.
Wisdom save?
Yeah.
21.
He passes.
Okay. Okad.
I don't think there's anything I can do to calm Steve down. Okay, how about this? I'm going to wing a dagger at him, and I'm also going to use a bonus action to increase that damage by a d4, assuming I hit.
Okay.
12.
You miss wide.
Yep.
Okay. He is, on his turn, he is redoubling his efforts. He is dashing away back towards Bartle and back towards Castile. And he has now gone 70 feet away from you. So if he was 7, he's now 77 feet away. And unfortunately, along with Steve continuing her path away, you are now 107 feet away from him.
Jesus.
And she has no intention of turning around.
Can I try an animal handling to just sort of calm her through, like, soothing touch and good ridership?
You can try to animal handle, but I believe that since it's a spell, she has to make a save to overcome it.
Oh, right? Yeah. Well, could it possibly give her an
it might give her a
assist?
bonus.
Okay, let's do that. Christ on a cracker. I do not handle her well. That is a natural 1.
All right, you have increased her nervousness.
Jorix, I'm useless. You gotta do something, man.
Jorix, what would you like to do?
I mean, I wish that Steve knew a language that I knew. Then I could command Steve. But
What about blessing works on saving throws, right?
yeah, I could guide. So I guess I will try to cast guidance and then at the same time do some animal handling to maybe counteract what Okot did.
So she adds a D4.
Yeah.
Okay. And then sure, try to animal handle it.
I don't fare too much better.
Yeah.
11.
Okay. Yeah, she's because Okot
Yeah.
not super good at handling her right now, considering all the things that's on Okot's mind. Yeah, you are not this is not an aid to her. And she rolled a nat 1 on that.
Oh my god.
So, she feared y'all. She goes 35 feet. He is a blip in the horizon.
Nice knowing you.
So you guys have to deal with this.
Runaway fairy fly.
Yep. So we cut back to Gus and Burke and Castile and all the cool kids, minus Jorix and Okot.
We're not cool anyway.
Welcome to the club.
And you hear Gus and Burke, you hear a crash downstairs. And Castiel is still kind of dealing with his new god powers.
Well, I think we'll let the bosses fight each other up here.
Yeah. Perfect. And let's go downstairs.
Yeah. Do I
Yeah.
notice a druid-looking guy in the room?
Sorry, I'm still. We'll let the bosses fight up here. Do you notice a druid-looking guy?
Yeah.
No, but you notice a giant Kodiak bear.
I look at his feet.
What?
He's barefoot.
What?
Yeah.
The feet look dirty.
Okay, so I just walked past. I was looking to see if they were gold.
So you guys go downstairs?
I do. I'm not speaking for Burke.
Burke, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I said I was going downstairs.
Okay.
Let the bosses fight.
Okay, as you guys go downstairs, Gus, just for shits and gigs, roll me an insight check. Roll me a perception check.
20. Not natural.
You notice more of your carvings.
My carvings?
Dog carvings that look very familiar.
I don't remember carving dogs.
Maybe a hellhound? On closer inspection?
Hellhound.
Did I carve hellhounds?
You carved one for Fire
Sure.
Kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did of me fighting a hellhound.
Mm-hmm.
But you just noticed 8 hellhounds carved.
Oh.
Oh, someone's a good carver.
These look like something you would carve. But did you
Sort
carve
of.
these?
I'm not in them, though.
That is true. Yeah, you are not depicted.
Sometimes I
So-
depict other people, like I've carved one of you. And
No, but you do strictly have sculptures that are just you. And
well, yeah, I don't.
Things-
I have to like get people to sign a release if I'm just gonna go carving things to them.
oh, what?
It's a bureaucratic thing.
All right. I get it.
As you guys are discussing the finer points of bureaucracy, you hear a, "Oh, shoot, I did not expect you to be here. You didn't eat any of the food?" And you hear a very familiar voice say, "No, my sister owns the rooftop garden, so Black Mantle's sister owns the rooftop garden, so we eat organically." And,
God bless Bartle and their flat roofs.
And you hear, "What happened to your chest?" And
My chest?
they're not talking to you per se. They're talking to somebody else that you are as you are admiring the stonework of this.
It's okay, Burke. I know you're self-conscious ever since evil Angeline carved that thing into you, but they're not talking to you.
Yeah, okay. Just, it's fine.
And he goes, "Would you believe it? A gnome stabbed me." And you hear Barrick say, "Well, I'm glad to have you here, Mayor, and Assistant Mayor." And the mayor goes, where's Castile? I need to see him."
Oh, he's being a lightning conglomerate upstairs right now.
And he looks at Barrick and he goes, "Can you at all translate that?" And Barrick goes, "I guess he's being a conglomerate. I don't know. I don't even know, man." He goes, "I see." So he's in his room, Sheriff?
Who's this assistant mayor? I'm an assistant too. Are they cute?
No, it's Black Mantle. But it's the mayor that's talking right now to Gus. Mayor Glowden.
All right. I'm just trying to flirt.
Your rival. And he goes, Sheriff Goldhammer? Castile's in his room?
Yeah.
Okay.
So's a bear. He seems like a good one, though. Well, not that bears are good or bad, but he's not trying to eat anyone, so it's a bear but it's not a bad situation bear.
It's not a bad news bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bearer of bad news, as they say.
Yep. All right. Great to know. Good to know. And he just walks past you. And as he's walking past you, you see that the mantids are armed, and the people outside you can see are just fucking...
Everyone's armed. Everyone's got swords. It's nothing new. Okay.
And they are just waiting. And as Mayor Glowden goes up to see Castile, you see the... Orthodoxy land.
We can see inside the room from where we're at.
You guys are downstairs, right? In the main, you can see out the windows, and he's on the thoroughfare.
Oh, so he didn't land in Castile's room. Okay.
No, he's landed around the people.
Okay.
And he
are the windows glass or are they shutters?
They're shutters.
Can I open one? Are they open? Can I swing one?
They have slats, but you can totally swing one if you'd like. As you open it, you hit a mantid in the back of the head.
Sorry. Sorry.
And it makes...
I was trying to get a better look.
And it makes angry clicking sounds. We'll cut back to Okot and Jorix. As Steve is just zoom.
Jane, stop this crazy thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just continuing to try to wrangle Steve.
Okay, as you guys are flying, give me an animal handling to see if you can give her a boost.
22.
Okay, that'll help her. Yes.
But 22 though.
Right, but she still has to make the save though, right?
Yeah, but 22.
22 is very good, and it did help, but she is not the wisest of things. So she is calmed, but still afraid.
But not magically afraid?
No, still magic.
Oh. Jorix, make it stop. Can you decurse her? Would it help?
I'll use the cod piece to do cast to do dispel magic.
Okay. All right. Boof.
Just a bright flash of light pops up between Jorix and Okad,
Yeah. So you just see like
emanating from the saddle.
Yep.
All right, and she kind of steadies herself. It's weird, and she's not going to talk about it.
And no one's asking her.
Yep. And then, what do you try to guide her back towards Bartle?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are en route. Cut back to Bartle. Cut back to the Temple of the Risen Sun. You hear the Orthodoxy say,
Castile, your time has come. I will kill this entire town if you do not come outside.
And Barrick kind of hears this. And you see Barrick like looks at you, Gus, and Burke, and he kind of shakes his head at Burke, opening the shutter to hit that hit the mantid. And he looks and he looks at you, Gus, and he goes, "Yeah, this is about right." And he clears his throat, and he kicks open the door, and he raises his sword, and he goes, "Like hell." And he charges at the Orthodoxy by himself.
I run right behind him. I'm inspired by this.
Okay, as he is running toward the Orthodoxy, you see about 90 townsfolk around him. And as Barrick leads the charge by himself, they all set upon him and you. And so there's going to be a lot of swings.
Okay.
Here we go. You have the barrier up?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on... I'll cast it on him.
Oh, okay.
So they have to pass their wisdom to hit him.
Well, that was a natural 20 on the wisdom save.
And disadvantage.
And that was a 1. Okay. What's your wisdom saving throw?
15.
Okay. Okay. Boy, howdy, huh? Okay. Well, Well. All right. Okay, good. Excellent. Lots of ones in this one. Oh, speaking of the devil, another one. All right. We have...
Keep it up.
We have 30 people trying to hit him. We haven't got one yet.
And off in the distance, Yakety Sax starts to play.
All right. Ah! Oh my God. Jesus. Pleases. Okay. Thank Christ. All right. Out of 30 rolls, 1 got through. Awesome.
Oofa doofa.
Well played, Gustus.
Inspired Gus is a force to be reckoned with.
Yes. Yars.
They do... 30 people do 9 damage to Barrick. You're drafted behind
right.
Barrick?
Yeah.
They haven't really noticed you because he just fucking lone dogged it.
Clang, clang, clang. Whiff.
Beautiful. Put that in the trailer.
And you can actually see, you don't look at, I imagine that you don't look at the Orthodoxy himself.
No.
If you were looking at him, he would be just struck by how all of his minions didn't hit this one man. And Barrick takes a shot to the shoulder. He's like, don't have time to bleed, and keeps going forward.
I'll bleed when I'm dead.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you. Gustus, what would you like to do? And Burke, are you just like watching this like, oh shit?
I love it.
Oh, so is it like next turn or whatever?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the Orthodoxy at the last of the turn.
Okay, so the whole running and casting the protection wasn't a turn.
Oh, actually, yeah, I guess you went through that. Okay, so I guess it's his turn as he watches this happen.
My turn?
Well, no, you're inside. You're not part of the brouhaha.
Good.
Actually, Burke, I will say this.
No.
In the...
No.
You are in...
I'm just inside.
You are inside the temple, yeah?
Am I?
Okay. As you are inside the temple, you hear the the bear growl.
Sure.
From Castile's room. And you hear that growl get cut off almost immediately. And then you hear Castile yell out in pain. What would you like to do?
Save myself. No. They're in the same direction, huh? The guys.
Everything is coming from.
Helping.
So yeah, Gus and Barrick are leading the two-person charge to attack the fucking Orthodoxy, and Castile has yelled out in pain, the opposite direction.
And Okada and Jorix appear to have fucked off.
See you later, idiots.
Also, is it safe to say that we're like booking ass back to?
I mean, you would be.
While this is happening. I imagine it's going to take a few rounds. Yeah.
Hey, I know what I'll do. I'll do what I do in any of these kind of situations, and I will run towards the danger.
Which danger? Gus danger or Castile danger?
Castile danger.
Okay. Burke, as you were running towards it, you see, as you were running back towards Castile, you see a small shadow, and then it kind of fades away. And as you get to Castile's room, you are struck by what you see. You see Castile with a sword through his back.
Whoop.
And you see a very devilishly handsome elven man with platinum armor. And he is you can see the electricity running through Castile is coming a little bit out of his body. And
shit.
And he says, Castile.
It's contiguous.
And he says,
the lightning's contiguous to his body.
And he says, Castile, old friend, it's been too long.
No.
And you see a Kodiak bear you see the body of a Kodiak bear on the ground. You see Dark Mantle just riggedy wrecked. And you see this devilish blade singer in front of you. And he sees you run up. He's like, oh, one of your dwarven friends. I've always hated dwarves. Hello. My name is Alanwar.
I throw a hand axe at his face.
Roll to hit.
15.
Oh, buddy. You throw it at him. He watches it, It's almost like it's moving in slow motion to him. For you, he's moving ungodly quick.
No, it's only 14. Sorry, it's the hand X, so it's less.
Okay,
it's only 14. If that makes it worse for me, slow to give that to you.
In one smooth motion, he dodges it and catches the handle with his left hand and wings it back. Wings it back at you. And he rolls a 27 to hit you.
Does.
Okay. How much does the hand axe do? Is it a D4 or D6?
D6.
Okay. He rolls a 4 plus his modifier. He's not terribly proficient, so he rolls about a 8 on that.
Down to 52.
And we'll go back to Gus in the middle of the fight.
I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality, so big healing aura poofs up around me, and then I'm gonna heal Barrick as one little punch. He's healed for 4.
Okay.
Oh wait, plus. Oh wait, never mind. It's not plus. Yep, 4. He's healed for 4.
Okay, he is healed for 4. I guess Barrick is gonna keep going through this, and we're gonna do this again. Okay. Ah, that one hit. That one hit. Oh boy.
Isn't he through all these guys now?
They're still around him. It isn't just like there's like
30 people can't be around one person.
That's quite the coordinated battle maneuver for him.
Yeah,
we'll cut
true.
it down to 7. That one does not hit. Oh, that would have been a good hit. Oh, Gus. I was rolling so hot earlier. Now it's turned cold. Now I'm having Chris rolls.
Oh, no.
Okay, 2 get through this time, and they deal him 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Womp, womp, womp. All right. And fucking Barrick is going to fucking swing his hands at the Orthodoxy, who is still just... And he super misses.
Barrick only has 1 attack. Weird.
Yeah, he's not like... He's a veteran, but he's not like as strong as you guys are now. He's an old man. Okay. Okot and Jorix.
Oh, we still get to play?
As you guys are flying, you hear like a little bit of laughter to your left and right hand side, like stereo laugh. And then all of a sudden I noticed something. I noticed a blue flash. Was that you, Jorix?
No.
I can see your soul when you lie.
Mine was a white flash. The blue flash was Thor.
He's a flasher.
Hey.
Up top, he says. He just drifts forward. Boosh. He goes, so, hey, by the way, Farstand, pleasure to meet you again. I'm gonna get you back, okay?
That would be fabulous. Also, any chance you could lend us a hand with the whole Orthodoxy deal? Because I have a feeling he's really wrecking some shit around here.
Cut to, just barely, I'll stab you dead. He goes, well, hey, quick question. And he holds up both of his hands.
Uh-huh.
Pick one.
That one.
Which one?
I point to the left.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take you there.
Thank you, Farstand.
And poof, you guys are in the middle of the town.
Are
Gus,
we like above the Orthodoxy?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Awesome.
Gus, all of a sudden, your friends are right above your head, and the Orthodoxy.
I'm not looking up.
You don't know this, but they are. Just like a guardian angel.
How high up are we?
Oh, why don't we put you at 30 feet?
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Better and better. Okay, so I'm going to jump off of Steve.
Makes sense.
I'm aiming straight down upon the Orthodoxy's head.
Got it.
And I'm going to attack him.
Makes sense. Let's do this.
Now, since he's not aware of me being there.
Is he not?
I mean, is he looking up?
He does have a
directly above his head?
He does have a whole town as one mind.
Okay, fair enough. But I do have an ally next to him.
So do you get advantage? If you want advantage, sure, yeah.
I also want my sneak attack.
Aren't you a monk?
Multi-class, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you have the advantage, yeah, sure, go for it.
Awesome. So I'm gonna try something new here. I'm gonna sneak attack him with my unarmed strike. With advantage, that is a 17 to hit.
Use one of the inspirations I gave you.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna use an inspiration that you gave me. Ugh. Nope, that's a 12. Yeah, okay, I'll use one more. Just be cool. Be cool. Just be cool.
There it is.
21!
Yes, you hit.
Yes! Okay, so, unfortunately, an unarmed strike is only a d4, but I do get my 2d6, and I'm also going to use a bonus action and make
Stunning
2 more...
strike? No.
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to go for stunning strike.
Yes, I'm going to do that. What does stunning strike do? Does it stun him?
Yeah, it would stun him for, he would stun him for a round.
Cool. Yeah, I do that.
Okay, so then he has to make a, what is it? He has to make a wisdom save?
I think it's wisdom. I don't know why this isn't...
I've done this so much with Clayton.
Yeah. It's just beyond, like, instinct now.
So that's 9, 10, 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Good.
Yeah, plus whatever stunning strike does.
Yeah, stunning strike is just I have to do a wisdom save.
Oh, okay.
What's your wisdom? What's your spell save?
14.
Okay.
Not great. I feel like it should be higher than that.
I think we recalced to get you up to that because I think you had it at 13 before, right?
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Well, luck be a lady. Whatever fucking Parker did to me has carried through. He biffs his.
Did he chunk it?
He chunked it.
Did he chunk it real bad?
He got a 7 plus his 6, so that's a 13. So
Constitution, not wisdom.
Oh. Well, his constitution's worse.
I know. Or I'd expect. That'd be weird if a weird tentacle guy. I'd be quiet if it was.
Parker, I'm so glad you're in this game.
So narrate this to me as you punch him and stun him.
Yeah, so I think what happens is that because I am leaping off of a flying dragon fairy fly from 30 feet above him, I'm doing like a head first dive. You know what? I'm also going to use that glove because I sewed a piece of wood into the palm.
Okay.
So that actually, I guess that increases my attack and also my damage.
Okay, yeah, go
So
for it.
we'll call it 12 damage because I think it's just +1 on each.
Okay.
So yeah, I basically turn myself into like a bomb.
Nice.
And I'm diving at him fist first, and this is probably gonna hurt. Yeah, so I basically just crash into him on the top of his dome, fist first, from 30 feet up. Just like clang.
Okay. As you do this, when your fist makes contact with his head's real squishy, and it's unnerving.
Gross.
But you have thoroughly punched him.
Smooshed him.
And he is stunned. Is Jorix also going to do a cool acrobatic move from up top?
I mean, it seems like she's got it taken care of. I feel like any move I would do would just embarrass the scene. So,
what would Jorix like to do?
Do I hear any of the commotion coming from Castiel's wing?
Roll me a perception check.
18.
Yes.
Okay. Am I on Steve right now? How do we get teleported here?
Just far stand. Deus ex far standica.
Okay, so I'm already on the top floor then? For 30 feet up?
He puts you to Steve, and then you can do whatever you want from Steve from that
cool.
starting point.
So I'm taking Steve and we're barreling through into Castiel's room.
Okay, in one turn, we'll say that you get there, and you also see, as you are going to do a version of how the Mountain Boys arrived, you see Gus. Sorry. You see Burke. You see a downed Kodiak bear, although these are less important than the main attraction, which is Castiel, sword run through his chest, and a beautiful elven man looking at you. Or looking at Burke, who he just chucked a hand axe at.
Okay, can I do stuff still?
You haven't taken an action, right? You just made a move?
Yep.
Okay,
I'm going to try to hold this strange elven man.
That's a wisdom save?
Yep.
All right. He rolled a 17 base.
Yeah.
And okay. He saves?
Yep.
Okay. And he looks at you and he's like, well, you're new.
So are you.
Oh, Oh, you've forgotten to fear me.
I'm bonus action healing word. What else is going on? Just Jorix's hand is like twitching behind his back. To give our good old buddy Castiel some HP. So he gets 10 HP back.
Okay. 10 HP. Give him back. Nice. Wow. Good amount. Okay. We'll cut to Burke. What would you like to do? You just got hit with an axe.
Ouch. Did I also catch it, or is it on the floor?
It's in your arm.
I would like to pull it out of my arm. And
if at first you don't
run
succeed.
away.
Okay.
No, who threw it back at me? I want to should I just throw it back at him?
Go for it.
Ow! And I pull it out of my arm, and then I go, yeah! Oh, I rolled bad again. I rolled like the same thing. So I missed again, essentially.
Okay. So, same thing happened. And he got a natural 20 on this.
Oh.
Same thing. You like, you take it out. It's a real badass moment. You take it out.
Wait, were you lucky though when you did that?
Oh, I could use a luck. Yeah. Let me use a luck point.
And I did inspire. I also inspired you last game, so you still have a D6 to just add to an attack at any time.
Do what now?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me use a luck point because I only used one today. I rolled worse. I'm rolling really bad. I used the other one. Okay, now it feels cheap because that one was a good one. The last one.
Just take it. Just take it. We're so overmatched.
So that was at 18.
18 altogether?
Plus 7.
Okay, 25. All right, that just clears it.
Sweet. Hand axe damage. Ooh, that's so much. Oh, I rolled good though. So 9 damage from that. I pulled right out of my. Not out of my ass, but out of my arm, and threw it back. A real lucky shot, and got a whole 9 damage. Wait, do I get what did you say about adding an inspiration something?
That's to hit, not to do damage.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep that one.
Okay, so you did 9 damage.
Parker, was it you that said something about either Elliot's fights are easy or unwinnable?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're in one of those unwinnable fights.
Not
You think?
So here's what I'm gonna do. All right. So you chunk it into him. He looks at you and
he dies.
Yeah, you hit the big glowing red weak point.
Fifth place for a reason.
He looks at you and he says, "I can see why Evangeline hates you so much." And he looks.
Cool.
And actually, you've distracted him enough that you can see Jorix and Burke. Castile is glowing again. So much glow.
Nice.
He's in his first trimester. And
God.
that's what they say, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're glowing. Mm-hmm. You're just glowing. It's because the baby are glowing.
And
you're glowing. Do you want anything? Do you have any weird cravings? Oh my god, it's so beautiful, you're glowing.
He's just gonna keep going.
And Jorix, Burke, you see this. You see Castile glow, as I said before. And you hear his voice get very low, and so low that you can hear it outside after you've punched the Orthodoxy's head in.
Nice.
And you hear Castile say,
I am tired of always getting stabbed and having people try to kill me. I am the son of a tyrant and sibling to horrors. Do you think, fallen king, that you can kill me?
And as he does that, you see lightning suffuse him. And it is... Oh, God. Gus, you're not really looking at this, right?
No, I'm looking at Barrick and not the face of the guy he's fighting.
Oh, God, I'll say that you have a little bit more awareness to it.
Mm-hmm.
You start to see, like, lightning kind of, like, crawling its way from the Temple of the Risen Sun. And it is running on the ground. However, it seems to, like, be touching everybody but you and your affiliated friends.
Okay. And this is combined with hearing Castile.
Yes, Castile's very loud voice.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
And all of a sudden, suffused with God energy, an enormous amount of lightning hits everybody all at once, including the unable to move because he is stunned.
Yes.
Orthodoxy and all the people. And as he hits all the people, you can see that the thing crawling behind their eyes, their pupils, start to return back to normal.
Oh, thank God.
And the Orthodoxy lets out a huge scream, as you would.
Mm-hmm.
And Jorix and Burke, as the lightning hits Alanwar, he gets thrown back and he immediately becomes vapor.
That's right.
I kicked the Orthodoxy in the shins.
Ah, hell yeah. Petty damage.
Yeah. Fuck you, bitch.
All right.
That's what you get when you mess with Thor's lightning. You get zapped. You get poofed. Okay. Take that shit and back it up a few steps, because no one likes lightning and no one likes getting hit in the head, and you just got both of those.
Jorix, what would you two like to do? You see that Castile is now levitating, and he is just, you don't know where Alanwar went. You know that he disappeared, but he is definitely not on the table anymore, and Castile is just floating towards the front.
Anyone got a direct line to Johnny? He was after Eleanor's soul.
He's helped us before against the Orthodoxy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna watch Castile float. Seems like this is some hymn time.
Burke, what would you like to do?
What's happening?
Castile's floating, all badass like.
Just gonna give a good old mountain boy salute to that beautiful man.
As his lightning is touching every place, you can see that the Kodiak bear is getting the wounds that he had from the slices are healing.
Nice.
Oh, I'm gonna run up and give that bear a bear hug.
Okay.
Help it back up, because I love the creatures of the earth. Or planet, or whatever this is. The many nations of, prismatic nation. I love the animals of the prismatic nation.
As Castile...
Oh, no, this is a druid, this is a person. Right?
Yeah.
Go. I stop touching them. I stop touching them immediately, and I back off a little bit. Yips. Yips.
As Castile is floating through the Temple of the Risen Sun...
Thought you was a bear for a second. Forgot about your feet.
As Castile is floating through the Temple of the Risen Sun, you see the Golden Room has reignited with actually blue and golden energy, right? Thor and Pelor. Boof.
Nice.
And he is floating towards you. Gus still wouldn't see this. I think he's just like focused. But
I feel like Gus would have noticed the lightning fucking...
Yeah, and if
flashing
the
around
guy's
everywhere.
stunned now, he's less of a focus point.
okay. So do you notice Castile floating?
Let's find out. Yeah.
Okay, you see Castile just floating with your god energy that you gave him.
Helped him get. I do not have that power. I'd still be trying to be king.
And Castile is floating through this, and the people of Bartle separate to give him access to the Orthodoxy, which Okot, you have stunned.
Yeah, and now I'm holding him up by his collar. Just like, come and get him, Castile. I'll hold him, you punch him.
And Castile gives you one of those old winning smiles that he's given you before.
Is he within 30 feet of me?
Castile?
Yeah.
Yes.
I heal him with my aura.
Nice.
7.
The wound that you have, the wound that he has is like closing up as you heal him. And he goes, "Thank you, Sheriff."
6 more seconds and I can do it again.
And he, as he reaches the Orthodoxy, you can see that the Orthodoxy is, if it could show fear right now, you imagine that it would.
But it's stunned, so it can't.
Right. And he goes, "Thank you, Okot. I've been wanting to do this for a while." And
Love to watch you work.
And Castile puts his hand on the Orthodoxy's head, and you can see lightning just coming off of him. And he says, "Kneel." And as he does, a enormous amount of Thor God lightning hits the Orthodoxy.
I let go.
Weirdly, it does not hit you, even though you're holding.
Doesn't matter. I'm not taking that chance.
And you can see that there's steam coming behind the mask. And right before you could end it, of course, with this amount of energy, it falls to its knees.
Mm-hmm.
And right before it would die or perish from this earth, Castile stops. And he goes, "I still cannot kill. I don't believe in it.
I can. And I
Thank-
stab him.
And he goes, thank you. And you run him through.
Yep.
Okay. The Orthodoxy falls dead.
I beat him! I beat him, you guys!
I try starting a slow clap.
High in the mountains of Mount Quarg,
Are the lonely goats safe? Sorry, you were taking too long.
Zhao sits in meditation. Gaia has just gone back into the mountain to figure out to scout the traps that Evangeline has set for the two of them. As Zhao is sitting in meditation, all of a sudden, a flock of crows, or a murder of crows, appear. And she opens her eyes to see them looking at her curiously when the shape of Johnny materializes. And he says to Zhao, have you thought about the offer? And she goes, you let Alanwar out of hell. Why would I suspect that you could help me now? And he goes, well, that's a bold claim coming from somebody who let her continent die and couldn't even save her Gaius. And now you're going to let the next Gaius die too. And she looks at him, and he goes, I can help. All I want's your soul. All of those souls.